We didn't have heady dreams of becoming government. It's certainly not me. Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, our first Prime Minister, himself says this, and I quote, "At the end of the day, if you're running the system properly, you must have a distinction between what is the party, what is the government, so if you're voted out of office, the machinery is there for the next party to take over." Sir, Mr. Speaker, sir, when my colleagues and I joined the opposition cause, we didn't have heady dreams of becoming government. It's certainly not me. Why did I do this? I believe in an opposition, in a parliamentary democracy. It's not going to happen with people just hoping someone else does it. Somebody has to put his flag in the sand and say, I'm going to do it. And then it's the duty of myself, my party colleagues, to make sure that the people who are on board do their very best.
Can we continue to get good people into politics, to maintain the quality of our ministers and MPs, and make things happen for Singapore, if more and more citizens prefer the PAP to form the government and yet vote for another party's candidates to be their MPs, for diversity, for checks and balance? At what point does a vote for a strong opposition become a vote for a different government? So to say that the system is such that with civil servants and SAF and so on, therefore it doesn't matter who is the government, I think that's not being honest. In that case, we can dismiss all the ministers. They can go on leave. You don't need ministers. Anybody can be a minister. But you need to run a system which is finely tuned and capable. You need a very capable hand at the top. The ministers are not just presiding. The ministers are executive. They are running the ministries. They are expected to know all about the ministries, every in and out of the policy. That's how we have done COVID-19. That's how the ministerial task force has operated. Long discussions, all views heard. Finally, the ministers must decide, and quite from time to time, the staff did not recommend the circuit breaker. We discussed it in cabinet. Cabinet decides. It's a big decision, $5 billion of a supplementary budget. Civil servants, unelected, can make this, can carry this. A new government come in, can know how to do this, and have that feel and that trust and that confidence of Singaporeans, as well as the officials, as well as investors and everybody else watching us. Anybody can make it happen. I think that's not in this world.
I'll have to do what is good and what is right by Singapore. Looking for the best people. Do I want to contest all the seats, more seats, slowly grow? A lot of it turns on the quality of people that come and are attracted by the Workers' Party and our platform. If Singaporeans are attracted to it, then sure, there's a prospect of growth, but it's not growth for growth's sake. I'm not desperate for power, Prime Minister. But we've got to get good people if we want to bring this country forward. The PAP have been doing that, as the Prime Minister has alluded. At this point in our growth, I think we have to grow our roots as a loyal opposition. After more than 50 years of independence, this is the first time the government has recognized the office of the leader of the opposition. We have many, many more miles to go. But we're not chasing a destination. We intend to do right by Singapore.